This game came out the same day as Slay the Spire 2, and nobody noticed, but I did. So I'm going to tell you about it. Trials of Valor was made by a two-person dev team, and it launched March 5th, 2026, and you do not want to miss out on this hidden gem. Let me explain what it actually is, because the Steam tags make it sound like a fighting game, and it kind of is, but not in the way you're thinking. There's no quarter circle forward, quarter circle back, up, down, left, right, B, A, start to do your 20-hit combo strings. None of that. Combat's more like you're in a real fight and you have to pay attention. Watching enemy animations, you're deciding whether to attack, block, or dodge. And the game will punish you for guessing wrong. It's reaction-based. It reads more like Souls-like combat than a traditional fighter, just in 2D with roguelike progression layered on top. And that's a combo I never thought I'd see. If that sounds interesting to you, you'll want to stick around until the end, where I tell you how you could win one of 2 free keys for Trials of Valor. It's your classic roguelike loot. Each run you pick a class, start fresh, you're building from scratch every time. Abilities, gear, charms. There's 3 major classes and 2 subclasses. When I say subclasses, I mean i.e. Warrior and Templar. They're similar in some ways, hence the term subclass, but when you steer into what they do best, they play very differently. So the gear system is where it gets interesting, because same items can roll with different affixes and some different stats. So a sword you loved last time can roll with completely different affix this time, and that can be enough to change up the entire play style of your build. It's kind of like Diablo, but you don't have like a 6-hour grind ahead of you to get the right item. You just kind of have to take what you're given, or what you find in shops. Maybe you're a rogue trying to stack poison, but some daggers drop that have a chance to burn your enemies. Now you might want to go for the burn armor instead of the poison armor. The map is your typical roguelite node-based map, right? Nodes, board game style, whatever you want to call it. You're picking different routes that seem the most optimal to get you to the boss. It's a lot like Slay the Spire. You're picking which route to go on based on what battles it has, what elite battles it has, the shops, and the event nodes. Enemies have different movesets, so you can't just brute force through everything. There's some enemies that block and guard a lot more, so if you just keep attacking, you end up stunning yourself. There's others that dodge all over the place, so you really need to figure out a good way to lock them down. Learning enemy patterns is part of the fun, but also you need to understand how those interact with the current build you're using. On top of that, the events are actually pretty interesting, because a lot of them have outcomes that are completely dependent on your stats. Maybe you end up dealing with a thief on the road, and if you have a teleport skill, you can just get out of that encounter and you don't have to fight him or deal with it. Or maybe you're dealing with a random passerby, and if your might is high enough, you can choose to knock them out and take their stuff. You never know what you're gonna get. There's also 50+ charms that add to the build diversity. Now, the honest truth, 3 maps isn't a lot. You'll see the same environments every run, and enemy variety runs into the same wall. There's only so many types you're going to face, and once you've learned their patterns, that's mostly it on that front. Here's the thing though, the variety in this game doesn't live in maps and enemies. It lives in builds, classes, and how they interact with the various enemies. Different classes fundamentally change how you engage with the same content. A run with one class, playing one build, feels genuinely different from a run with a different class. And on top of that, the weapon choices within classes can vastly change how you play. The rogue can either have daggers or a bow, and you can switch freely between them at will during a fight. And don't even get me started on how the wizard plays. His positioning gets nutty. This is where the replayability is coming from. It's doing so much the limited enemy pool didn't bother me the way it might in another game. On top of that, as you win runs, there are ascension levels. And this makes enemies tougher, negative modifiers start to appear. There are 10 ascension levels, and enemies can get some crazy modifiers based on what level you're playing. I'm not looking forward to the enemy rogues when they have lifesteal. Should you buy it? Yeah. To be honest, this is one of my favorite hidden gems that I've come across. It's unique and it fills a spot in my collection I didn't know I needed filled. I liked it enough that when the devs reach out to me with a couple of keys, I chose to buy my own copy and give away both of the keys. Combat is engaging, the build variety is real, and for a 2-person dev team's first release, it has clear identity and solid foundation. If more content comes post-launch, this goes from a good game to a great one. Alright, now for the giveaway. Like and subscribe, and drop a comment below with your favorite roguelike. I'll go through them and draw the winners in 48 hours randomly. That's it. Steam link is in the description for the game. If you made it this far in the video, a like and a sub would be greatly appreciated. I'm trying to grow the channel right now, and every little bit helps. Be sure to hit that notification bell so you don't miss my next video. As always, I'll be back tomorrow with another one. Peace out, guys.